Imagine you had everything in the world that you wanted. Imagine all of your manifestations came to fruition and you had everything that you wanted, and there was no missing piece, there was no missing link, there was no gap in your life, right? And all of your manifestations came in. You have the nice house, you have the perfect spouse, you have the beautiful mouse, you have like your pets, you have children, or whatever it is that you want. You have a business that is flourishing. You have, let's say that your career went boom and you're like really well known and you just have it all. Would you be happy? Let's say you had it all. Would you be happy? Right? Probably not, because people do get it all. People do get it all. And what happens is, for a small amount of time, they're riding that high wave, that high frequency of receiving, and they are content with themselves and their life, and they feel that they're very rooted in themselves and in their identity, and their ego is placated, and they have everything that they want, and still, they eventually, right, when that happiness dies off, because it's a temporary happiness that is being generated from what they've received. So when that happiness dies off, they feel something missing. They still feel something that is missing. They still feel that they want to have more, or have something different, or go out and achieve this, or become this. Like, people are never satisfied. Why? Because satisfaction and happiness and peace, these things are generated inside of us. They cannot come from anything outside of us. That's why you see famous celebrities and musicians and comedians and entrepreneurs falling off, or eventually not having everything. It's actually because the human nature, the human condition, is to want to keep experiencing life, to want to keep experiencing contrast. In astrology, this is known as Rahu Ketu. Rahu's the head, Ketu's the tail. They are of the same body. They're planetary influences. And so Ketu is spirituality. Ketu is not of this realm, not of this dimension. Rahu is everything material, everything of this realm. So just like the infinity symbol, we oscillate back and forth within these two extremes. So that's why when you have everything that you want in the material realm, you will still feel unfulfilled, because the soul is not being taken care of. The soul is not being nurtured. Maybe you have everything in the world that you want materially, but the soul is empty. The soul still needs something, right? So then we will naturally gravitate back towards experiences that will invite soul transformation, that will invite some kind of physical discomfort, for us to subconsciously go back to spirituality, right? So in this process of going back to spirituality, we may incur heartbreak, suffering, loss, loss of the material stuff that we had, something that will show us that our soul needs to be taken care of, something that will force us to pay attention to our soul. And people usually experience this later in their life. So that's why you see when you experience, like, I think it's like your third Saturn return or something in your 50s, you will notice that you are more wise about certain things. You do not care as much for material objects or material pleasure or material gain, because at that point in your life, you would have realized that true happiness is intrinsic. True happiness comes from within. It doesn't come from the things that we experience in the material realm, you know? So it's good. It's good to have things that you want. It's good to have goals. It's good to want to achieve certain things. It's good to have manifestations. But what is not good is that you prolong and postpone your happiness for when you achieve your material desires. The faster that you can be happy now and spiritually centered now and spiritually involved now and living from the soul now, the faster that you will achieve material desire, the faster your manifestations will come in. But the way that they come in will be easy. The way that they come in will be of a frequency match to you and your high vibration, right? And your God-centered energy. You will attract the right people to you and the right circumstances to you, and you will attract in money in the right way. You will not need to struggle so much to achieve certain things. You will not need to need things, right? Because when we have manifestations that we want, when we have desires that we want, We have a need that we need to fill. Desire is the root of all suffering, the Buddha said it best. Why is that true? Because when we desire, we fail to acknowledge what we already have. We fail to realize what we already have. We think that the desire is something so far out of reach, or we need to put in a lot of effort to get there, or when we have it, we're going to be happy. And all of these things are false. All of these statements are false, and we are living in a state of delusion then when we think that the desire is going to placate us or placate our soul. What you seek is not outside of you. It is within you. Human beings want love. They want affection. They want attention. They want validation. They want respect. They want freedom. They want money. They want growth. They want happiness, stability, beauty. All of these things come from inside of you. You have to give it to yourself first. You have to give it to yourself first, and then it's going to manifest outside of you in different tangible ways. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope it was a reminder to you that desire is the root of all suffering. And if you want something, just become a vibrational, energetic match to it, and it has no choice but to materialize in your tangible reality. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more, comment down below what your favorite part of this video was and whether or not it applied to you. I love you guys so much. It is my honor. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.